Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have some dirty ice and an alcoholic beverage. And we're going to talk about how we can run into crazy things with YouTube Shorts. For your information, I drink in these videos because I have a large stockpile of things sitting around because I'm a food blogger and I collected a lot of stuff to review. Much of that stuff, after I reviewed it, sat around, so if I don't drink it, I need to throw it out. And, you eventually get to the point where, okay, get it drunk. The only problem with that is it is, of course, alcoholic, and if I drank it all, I would be very happy, but very, very drunk. So this for example, is... a little over 2 years out of date. And it is a sparkling ice hard seltzer. In addition, for every 1,000 subscribers I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you would be doing your part for a better world. Now, have you ever been on YouTube and seen the shorts and then something completely out of the blue comes at you? Like, I get interesting facts and things from the SCP organization, and there's this bald fireman who keeps, doing these YouTube shorts that are pretty cool. But today I got shoe repair. I got a couple of shorts for shoe repair. And it's like, I don't care about shoe repair. And it's not only was it shoe repair, it was restoration. And there was one guy who was talking about how you can reverse the effects of sunlight with UV light on shoes, making your own special UV light compartment thingy. And it was like, there was another thing where they took this guy's shoes and they had to replace the soles and replace the pads, and it cost like $50 to get them fixed. And it's like, okay. I mean, if you've got shoes that are really nice, it makes sense to get them fixed. I have really, a few times in my life, owned shoes that were nice enough that you would get them fixed, but they were tough enough so that they would not need to be repaired. But why shoes? Why me? I mean, I have to admit here, for the last couple of months, maybe the last 6 months, maybe the last year, in fact, I've been watching videos of cow hoof trimming, but I will only watch the Scottish guy. I won't watch, anyone without a Scottish accent. And then at a certain point, I stopped caring about that. I don't know why. I think it was when I saw that this guy owned a very expensive sports car, and it just doesn't sit right with me. Why I care about this guy, it was his personality, not so much what he was doing. I wasn't terribly interested in hoof trimming. Although, I'm at the point where I think I could probably trim a hoof, I mean, I don't think I could, do a good job of it, but I think I could, if I absolutely had to, if there was a lame cow, I could take a look at it and be like, oh, well, here's your problem. Maybe not, 100%, not do, a great job, but I've watched, at least 40 hours worth of hoof trimming by this point, so I could model out a cow's hooves and see if they're too long and hopefully not insult the corium. So that's just one of those things, and it's crazy how we can watch things that otherwise would just not be interesting to us. I think it's kind of like if you watch those pimple popping videos. I mean, why would you watch a pimple popping video? It doesn't make sense. They're gross. you know. And I've even seen a few of them that were shorts that, like, they didn't pop the pimple. They just got close to it, and then you're like, that's annoying. Don't show me that stuff anymore. But then why do we watch pimple popping videos? Have you ever thought about that? Like, they say, well, it's satisfying. Is it? Do you really feel satisfied that you watched some gross dude get his skin ruptured with a needle and then the contents forced out? You know, I have a pimple problem myself. I've always had bad skin, really. And, you know, every now and again I get a zit. Typically, they're in my nose right here, or they're under my chin, or around my mouth. I get these zits. And I love popping them. I really do. I don't like using a wound or a pustule lance either. I prefer, the hoop thing that you put on there. I wish I had that in high school because I have so much trouble with pimples. But you know, there is something satisfying about the pop. But I mean, that's with me popping pimples. I don't know why I would want to watch other people. It's a little on the weird side. But then, you know, on the one hand, knowledge is good. Okay, the fact that I am a generalist when it comes to knowledge, and you know, I could almost converse with anyone on any topic. I remember there was a time I was at work and the computer man showed up. The place had a lot of computers. We had a specialist for IT, and that was what he did for a living. He did a terrible job, as I recall. Our computers were in miserable shape, but that's really not the point. I mean, I don't know what if he even could have done much better because our computers were pretty old, but eventually they outsourced. But I remember I was sitting there and we were chatting about computers, and then another person, as the day shift for my night shift, shows up, says, I've been working here 6 months and you haven't said more than 3 words to me in a row. I catch you having a half-hour conversation with this guy. And he goes, we're talking about computers. It's my thing. You know? That's one of the great things about the world we live in, is that, you know, if you do have a lot of information, you could start to talk to a lot of people. Me, I know so much random information. People would often say, you know, I love talking to you, Richard. I feel like I walk away with something every time I do. And that was just one of the better things about my life in that particular job, is I got to deal with a lot of interesting situations. Interesting situations is something I enjoy. You know, I don't want to live in a boring world. I want to live in a world where strange things happen, and I can essentially, you know, enrich myself with anecdotes. So then there's YouTube, and, you know, I will spend all day watching videos on various weird things. It's a fun thing to do, although I have to admit, I really should stop doing it. I should do more reading and less watching, but I've done so much reading anyway. The algorithm is a strange thing, and we live in a world with all the information and wrong information at our fingertips. Love it or hate it, it's the way things are. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm Richard.
Oogog, ergonog. Daniel Ducky say YouTube gods need long outro so I can tell you comment, like, and subscribe so that this channel can pull trash out of ocean by buying matrices from For Ocean. Also, links to new video now appear. Comment, like, and subscribe, or be cursed by Ugatha. Danger Ducky approves.